Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. My name is Kirsten and I'm your host. Today I wanted to do a reading and update on Chelley Bissainthe from Love Island. This is a request from one of my subscribers. And this is for entertainment purposes only. The reading is based on tarot and oracle symbolism and reflects an interpretive exercise. It's not a factual claim of any real person, and everything discussed here is alleged and symbolic, so please use your own discernment. So let's jump into the reading. The first four cards represent Chelley's current situation. We don't know what that is. We don't know what she's doing. We may not know how this will play out. This is her private life. But the first thing I see is the world reversed. The world reverse is about, the world is about completion of cycles, new journeys, having experience from having had your worldly journey and going into a new one. Here it's reversed, so Chelley's story doesn't feel complete yet. Even though she's achieved visibility, people know who she is, she doesn't feel like she's crossed the finish line. There's still something she has left to accomplish or wants to accomplish. There's unfinished business around her public image or around where she wants her life to ultimately go. The next card we got is the Six of Cups. This represents challenges that she's facing. The Six of Cups represents the past, and it's clarified by Morte, which really narrows down its meaning. So it's no longer simply nostalgia. I think this is her emotional baggage from the past that she hasn't completely released. Morte reverse speaks about emotional disappointment and inner frustration, feeling powerless to change certain circumstances and carrying the emotional weight of something that fundamentally has changed you. With the Six of Cups, I think that the challenge isn't happening today. It began yesterday. It's something that goes back maybe to her childhood, an old relationship or a family dynamic, or simply some patterns that she's carried for years. Something from her past still has a hold on her emotionally. Something from her past still lingers. Now we ask, why is this all happening? And we got the Seven of Cups. By the way, I'm using the Wake Me Up Tarot today, the Everyday Oracle, and the Love Vibes. So why is this all happening? We have the Seven of Cups clarified by Il Pensiero. Seven of Cups immediately stops being a fantasy or an illusion when it's clarified by this card. This is a card of serious contemplation. So Chelley is standing at a crossroads. There are multiple paths opening in front of her in her career, money, love, and lifestyle. So she's carefully thinking through which direction serves her future best. She's trying to decide. Il Pensiero tells me this isn't someone who's confused because they're immature. She's thinking deeply because the decision that she's making now could shape the next chapter of her life. Next, we look at the Five of Cups. Hold on a second, I dropped a card. Card is part of the reading, here we go. Next, we look at the Five of Cups, this man drinking at a bar by himself. It's also clarified by Il Pensiero. So this tells me that Chelley came into this chapter after experiencing a disappointment or an emotional loss. So she could be going through something that she hasn't healed yet. She's not over it yet. She's spent a great deal of time reflecting on it. She's hopefully learning from it. So I'm not really seeing her stuck in heartbreak, but I do see her becoming someone who's much more cautious because of what she's already lived through. Maybe that has something to do with Ace and making male-centered decisions So I feel like these 4 cards are telling a story, a clear story, that Chelley hasn't reached the destination that ultimately she wants. She's still healing from something significant in her past, but she's using that experience to make wiser decisions instead of repeating old mistakes. So good for Chelley. Business and career-wise, she's got the 10 of Pentacles and the King of Wands, clarified by La Alegria. So the 10 of Pentacles is a pretty strong card, especially for business. Excellent. One of the most excellent cards you could pull, because this means long-term financial opportunities with established companies, lucrative contracts, and the potential to build something with lasting value instead of short-lived success. That's where she's at now. She has all this potential. She could be, maybe this is the company, her PR company, or maybe this is her, maybe she's gotten in with a modeling agency or something. There's a big company that's interested in her, if they're not already involved with her, because this is what's currently going on. And I asked, where is this going? I got the King of Wands, and all of this is clarified by La Alegria. So La Alegria talks about celebration and entertainment, social events, confidence, creative industries. So I'm immediately thinking of media appearances, entertainment, brand campaigns, public events, networking opportunities, and promotional work. The King of Wands isn't sitting behind a desk. He's leading, he's speaking, he's presenting, he's inspiring. And that's what Chelley will be doing. I think this says her visibility actually will increase in the near future. I could see more interviews, promotional campaigns, speaking opportunities, partnerships with recognizable brands, or opportunities that require her personality to be front and center. It's going to cause some jealousy amongst her friends or those so-called friends, but she shouldn't let that bother her. I mean, she's already seen what being jealous and petty can do. So hopefully she won't let it bother her and will have learned her lesson from the past. Financially, I like this combination a lot. A lot. It feels like she's moving from reality television into building an actual personal brand and legacy wealth. So good for Chelley. As far as her love life goes, she's got the 6 of Swords, the Chariot, clarified by aligned future and La Letter. Okay. So her love life with the 6 of Swords, this tells me that Chelley is possibly moving away from something. Maybe she's been involved. Maybe she's still getting over an old relationship. She's alone right now and getting over something, right? She's moving away from that, from the dark clouds, and going off into a brighter future. Moving away from the dark clouds, going off into a brighter future. So she's leaving one emotional season behind and going into something healthier. She could even be moving, relocating as well, as this is a movement card next to the Chariot, which is also a movement card. The Chariot says forward movement, and aligned future says 2 people moving in the same direction. The connection feels solid because you're both facing the same direction. This is a partnership with purpose. That's what this card means. So La Letter brings in communication and messages. So I think this points towards an important conversation or an ongoing communication with someone that moves a relationship forward. So she could be talking to someone right now. Perhaps they're at a distance from her. Maybe this person DM'd her. Maybe that's how it started. Because I feel like something has begun through messages, phone calls, or a simple, honest conversation. The letter card does speed up timing, so I feel like this isn't a long time far away from her. I feel like it's relatively soon. She'll probably get involved with someone new. There is the possibility of travel, relocation, maybe one person moving closer to the other. And more importantly, this doesn't feel like a casual relationship coming in for her. It feels more purposeful. It feels like two people who actually want the same direction. So that's really a blessing for her to find that. Someone who wants what's best for her, and vice versa. I feel like Ace was a little bit too one-sided for her. And maybe that's the unfinished business. Maybe situation with her and Ace still needs closing out in some way, or something needs closing out, something from her past. It could be just she needs to heal from some emotional baggage carried over from her childhood. Her advice for business is the Ace of Cups. Advice from Spirit. Spirit says don't make every business decision from logic alone. Chelley. The Ace of Cups says follow what genuinely excites you. So take the opportunities that expand your creativity. Say yes to the partnerships that feel authentic. And because abundance will flow where your heart is invested. That's her advice from Spirit regarding her business and career. Her advice for her love life is the Queen of Swords reversed. Now, when she's reversed, she's bitter. She's a hurt person who hurts people. This is someone who is like this widow energy. And it wasn't a good marriage, that type of energy. So I feel, and it's also like not using your head, not being very smart. But I don't feel like Spirit is telling her that she's not smart. I think Spirit is saying that she's become so protective that maybe others can't get close, and she needs to lower her guard a bit. She's built some emotional walls up in order to heal or deal with the past. And so Spirit is saying just stay discerning, because that's wise, but don't let the old pain or the past make every new person pay for someone else's mistakes. Don't project that onto the new person, because there is someone new coming in whose direction is aligned with hers. So when I connect all the cards together, I think that Chelley's life is entering a transition period. Emotionally, she's closing out an old chapter that has left deeper scars than people probably realize or will probably ever know. She's thinking much more strategically now, which is good. She should have did that out the gate, but it's never too late. I don't think she's missed her window of opportunity. There's still opportunity for Chelley. Career-wise, I think she's only just scratched the surface of what she can achieve. As long as she sticks with it and stays focused on where she wants to go, there's a lot of success available to her. The King of Wands is a success card. The Ten of Pentacles is a worldly success card. So, and it's clarified with La Alegria. So together it suggests real long-term opportunities through entertainment and branding, public visibility, and leadership. I don't see Chelley fading into the background. I see her building a career that lasts beyond the show. But she needs to get on it, and she needs to get on it now. Love also looks like it's moving in a better direction for Chelley, a much healthier one. Rather than repeating past patterns, I see movement towards someone whose goals are actually aligned with hers. Could be a Cancer or an air sign energy. Yeah, I'm seeing Virgo, air sign energy, or Cancer. Doesn't have to be, but those are the energies showing up in the cards. So, and communication appears to play a significant role in bringing that connection together. So, I would say that Chelley is leaving behind a painful emotional chapter, while simultaneously she's stepping into a new period where both her career and her relationships have the potential to become much more stable, very lucrative, but only because she moves wiser and is more intentional with her choices than she was in the past. So that's my reading for Chelley Bissainthe. I hope that you enjoyed it, found it insightful. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. Please like and share and subscribe. It all helps me with the algorithm, and it's free. I appreciate your support. All right, guys, if you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. And that's all I got for you. I truly appreciate your time and your support, and I will see you all soon. Bye.